Good afternoon, everyone. It is time to get started. I am DanBearPig82, and this is Kerbal Space Program. And hello, Satan. Satan is first and has already redeemed the Boozinate and the Hydrate. So let's go ahead and do that. Just now grabbed this here. More of the space rocket beer. How are you doing, Satan? Are you at work, or are you digging out a perimeter and vault hunters? Are you doing something else? How it going? You made a perfect Paxel. Ooh. Is that, I assume, on Lena Hun's server, or were you lucky enough with gems on ours, with jewels, that you managed it here? Because that would be really impressive. On Lena's, nice. Did you notice how much capacity I had left on my brick hammer? It was exactly 0. It was perfectly crafted. All right, here we go. Delicious, and there's a hydrate too. Yeah, we got a ways to go. We got plenty of journey ahead of us on ours. Is quite a good beer. This is actually one of my favorites lately. But yeah, from Moab Brewery, the FMU, and I'm not sure even actually what that stands for. It doesn't really say. But yeah, it's a 9.6. See if I can get that in front of the camera there. 9.6 ABV. Is there a good light outside of that spotlight there? I don't know. But yeah, it is nice and hoppy and delicious, and I like it. Raider, welcome. First but not really. How are you doing? All right, let's take down the booze cam. Let's go to the KSP scene. There it is right there. And let's pick up where just about... Yeah, first but not really indeed. Hope you're doing well, Raider. Let's pick up a little bit after where we left off last time. I did... Let's see, how much did I do? I did one more space cleanup mission with Kefri Bezos in his garbage truck 2.0. Practicing flying from within inside the cockpit and getting used to the different options and different settings that are there. I'm doing great, Raider. Thank you for asking. Yeah. I did something kind of risky a little bit ago before stream. I took a nap. So instead of a 1 hour before stream tweet, I had a 30 minutes before stream tweet because of that. But hey, I'm here for the stream and I'm really excited about it. So let's see. First off, we have 180.5 science points, and I think we're saving up for... Which one is it that we wanted? It was... This is one, experimental aerodynamics. This gives us some bigger fuel tanks and such, which we are definitely going to need for our endgame Grand Tour rocket. We don't need the ion propulsion. We do... I mean... Do we really need this? Not really. I mean, there's some cool stuff out there. Let's see, what is that? Hyperspectral resource mapper. That sounds kind of awesome. I mean, I'd like this. Oh yeah, the large holding tank. We do want that. And this science does cost 1,000 science points. Some nuclear electrical generation would be nice to have, but yeah, basically we do want that too. The Rapier engine will be very nice for some landers and stuff. So but the must-haves are this one and this one. No, this one. One of those. This one. So yeah, we need some science points. So that's primarily what we're going to do today. But also, we were able to last week get our drilling and refinery set up around Minmus, but we can only operate it at 5% capacity unless we have an engineer aboard. And I think the rescue contract that is still outstanding for Uranus Kerman, redeemed by Kaylee Obsidia, I think that might be an engineer. So let's see. I think that they count as assigned. Scientist. Okay, nope, they are a scientist, so we're gonna have to take someone else. But that's okay. We can definitely. We have plenty of engineers that we can take. But let's also look at. Oh yeah, our world first milestone. We got orbit around Gilly. We're mapping Gilly now. So yeah, that is, and scientific data. So that was a big deal last week. And coming up, we are going to be arriving again at Drez. We're going to be arriving at Jewel. We're going to be launching towards Duna, Jewel. Probably not this stream, but maybe, depending on how much time we let pass, we might arrive at Moho and again at Jewel. Yeah, we've got a lot of focus on Jewel because it is a particularly interesting planet having so many moons. But yeah, so yeah, we got plenty coming up. So let's start by taking a look at our space station and choosing an engineer and sending them off to our nearby fuel tank station, our NFT station. So Arcadia Station is where we've got our guys. And we also have the option of launching some Kerbonauts that are not yet in space. So that is also a possibility. There we go. It's of course nighttime, but yeah, here is our main personnel spacecraft here. We got lots of fuel for the guy. So we've got on board this station and ship, we have Philip Brewer, who's a pilot. Issa is an engineer. Danbert Derp is a pilot. Raider is a pilot. Optimus Prime is an engineer, so there's an option. Tizon is a pilot. Alpen Kerman, also an engineer. Bowsy Kerman is a pilot. Pee-wee is a pilot. Munchie is an engineer. Eric is a pilot, and that is all. Okay, so who is where is the good question. Okay, good. The sun is coming up. Look at that. We've got a little bit of golden hour light. Well, that's always fun to watch. Hello, there's the sun. Okay, here we've got, there's Bowsy, our co-pilot there. Pee-wee and Munchie, those are pilot and engineer, right? Yeah, Pee-wee is a pilot. Okay, so those are the three that are aboard here. You know what? Let's send Munchie. And while we're out, we might as well rescue Uranus. We've let Uranus sit out there for long enough. Let's open up our fuel balancer mod. Will it open up? Can we open that up? Why is it way over there? Okay, that's interesting. It was way up there in the corner. I barely spotted it there. All right, liquid fuel though. This is our Mark III liquid fuel fuselage. So let's go down here. This one here. There we go. Now we can see everything we need. All right, liquid fuel. We want this one here to pump out. Okay. And now how about RCS fuel? How are we doing on that? We are in need of more. Okay. I think we knew that too. All right. Well, that will have to do then, I guess. But let's see. Where is... Let's aim the camera here. And where are we storing the RCS fuel here? Right there. Okay, we do have some. It's these right here on the interior of this spacecraft. Okay, so let's have all of these pump in. Okay, until they are full. Nice. And that'll work. So we're pulling from everywhere else. All right. We are fully fueled up. We are ready to go. So let's undock. Make sure we're controlling this craft here. We'll push off. And I don't know, I don't think we have a good cockpit view here, so yeah, this one has only only passenger modules. Yeah, so that's the unfortunate view that all of our passengers here have. We're probably not going to be taking this with us on our grand tour. We're going to have something brand stinking new. All right, we're going to point prograde here just to make sure that we have clearance from the station. Satan says, are there any missions we know we are losing them? Like a mission to Mars scenario. Kind of, and we already have done that. So if we go and zoom way out and we turn on spaceships here. So there is the Moonshot 2.2, and that one has who's aboard? This one has Jeb. So Jeb made a wrong turn on the way home from Minmus and ended up out in orbit in deep space around the sun. Then we sent the rescue mission, and they did not have enough Delta V to get there, so they're also stranded. That's Val and Bob. You'd also like to see aliens in this game? Yeah, there's only the Kerbals. So, I mean, if we spot any stinky humans, we'll be sure to exterminate them on the spot, though. All right, so let's go. Let's also double check. We need to look around Minmus. Focus our view there. And here is Uranus wreckage, and that is in a nice inclined orbit. So let's go ahead and focus back on our ship. Let's choose Minmus as our target. And yeah, we are using MechJeb for our maneuvers now. We've spent most of the playthrough doing all of this manually, and now we're getting used to doing it using a guidance computer, which is technically more realistic. So we want to do bi-impulsive, also known as Hohmann, transfer to the target. Let's create the proper node. So we need to burn 1 kilometer per second of Delta V. We have 4.6 available to us. And that is a 3.5 minute burn coming up in 11.5 minutes. So let's go ahead and execute that node right now. And we'll just watch. And I am going to mute my mic for a moment and blow my nose. You guys don't want to hear me do that in your ears. And take a sip of my coffee, my post-nap coffee. There we go, and Raider is here with the Boozinate, so here it is, Raider. A Boozinate for you. I'd say it's not responsible to drink and fly a spaceship, but the computer's flying it, and the computer's not drinking, so. There we go. And Satan with an interesting question. Do you think if you had to somehow guide a ship through space, you could? That really depends. It depends on how good the navigation and guidance systems are in the ship. If it was a well-designed ship with well-designed systems, then I could probably figure it out enough to do some maneuvers, and hopefully they'd be the right ones. If it was, let's say I woke up one day and with no prior knowledge of being sent on this mission, just like tomorrow, where my life went as it has up until tomorrow, and then suddenly I wake up and for whatever reason I'm in Apollo 11 and we are headed to the moon and I have to set up the next maneuvers. And let's say that I don't get to call into mission control either, and they don't get to help me. I would struggle with that because they had to do some interesting things to make those computers work. And I don't know all the protocols I know of some people who could totally do it because they've studied these things, and some of them are Kerbal Space Program players that stream it. But no, I think I would be lost in that case. But if I can radio into mission control and they could guide me through it, then I'd be fine. If I had the cockpits that are available in these ships that we're building right now using the raster prop monitor mod, then yes, I could totally navigate through space. Like a pilot not being able to land a plane without mission control. It's worse than that. It'd be like trying to finding yourself in the middle of the ocean, and having nothing but a compass, but you don't know what ocean you're in. So it's like, okay, so imagine I look out the window and it's just that. Like, where do I go? However, if I looked out the window and I saw this, and I needed to do a maneuver that took me back down to the ground, not a specific point on the ground, but took me gently to the ground, that I could probably do. Right, exactly. You can't exactly look for the North Star. But that's where it depends on how well designed the guidance systems are, because if the computers themselves have well-defined guidance and guide stars, because those use stars as well, they image the stars to see where they're pointing and where they're at, then I would be fine. So a lot depends on that. But if I had to rely on, say, this, nope. Nope. These guys don't have a proper cockpit, no proper instruments, so be a little bit screwed there. And here we go. The computer is powering down the engines. All right, and we have completed our burn with a margin of 0.5 meter per second. And let's see where that took us. Okay, yep, we have 2 encounters with Minimus. That's kind of awesome, actually. And what does our periapsis look like? Focus view. Not bad, actually. Yeah, if we were to continue this course and not change anything, we would, from the point of reference of Minimus, we'd pass right over here and leave, and then a while later, we'd come back this way. All right, and so that is 5 days away. So let's go ahead and time warp to here. Our ship is tumbling all over the place. Not as fast as it looks, because, you know, we're in time warp, but... Alright, there we go. Let's now... Are we close enough to spot our target? No, we're not. So let's get closer. We're 2 hours away from Minimus Sphere of Influence. Alright, and there it is. We can spot that. Let's set that as the target. And get a little bit closer. And so far it looks good. It's not taking away our encounter, so thank you, game. Alright, let's... There we go. So what we want to do now, let's make sure we can filter some of this out. We don't need to be looking at stations or relays at the moment. And it looks like we are in a prograde direction, and that is a prograde orbit. Okay, good. So let's go to our periapsis. Let's plan a maneuver. Kit, welcome. Close to exploding? No, I don't think so. Let's see. So let's not worry about this menu right now. Let's just get to our periapsis and burn a retrograde. So let's go ahead and point that way right now. How are you doing, Kit? Close to KSP2? Yes, 2 weeks away, just under. So speaking of that, here's what I think is going to happen. So we're definitely not going to be ready to complete our end game in time for KSP2. And I don't want to rush it. I want to do it right because we're having a really good playthrough here, believe it or not. So I think what I'm going to do, I can't really justify a stream on the Friday of the 24th where KSP2 comes out. But someone that I know is streaming, I think, for 24 hours for the release of it. So I'm probably going to watch them stream it. They've been here before. It's N9 Gaming. And the following day, which would usually be Saturday in Space, I do have an orchestra performance. So I won't be streaming then either. So instead, I think on the following Sunday, what we're going to do is possibly an extra long stream where we play Kerbal Space Program 2, see if we can get to orbit, see if we see how many silly, ridiculous contraptions we can make. We're going to burn retrograde and get our capture orbit now. And then for the following week, we're going to return to KSP1, and we're going to continue this playthrough. And meanwhile, I'll be watching KSP2, which I'm sure it'll have a lot of first day bugs that they're going to have to fix. And being in early access, the development cycle is going to be pretty quick. And yeah, we might jump between the two. Don't know. We're going to play it by ear. All right, we have our capture orbit. Now what we want to do is match our inclinations. So we have a 17.6 degree relative inclination to Uranus Kerman. So what we want to do here is match inclination, match planes with target. That's what it's called. So at the cheapest ascending or descending node with the target, create the node. It's going to do it right there. That's in 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's just a tiny little 17.5 meter per second burn. So let's execute the next node. Jordan is 30 now. Wow. What an old man. Kit, what are you doing? You married an old man. Wait, you're old too, aren't you? Uh-oh. Wait, you guys are just kids. I'm 40. Hope it was a good party. And making some lunch. Nice, nice. You're talking, this is good. I know, right? That's 3 whole decades. Don't make me feel old, says Satan. I just like telling people who turn 25 that it's a quarter century. And then watching them squirm. My knees are hurting as we speak, says Satan. Yeah, mine too. All right. Well, since you're Satan, how many millennia does it take for the Lord of Darkness to have aches in his knees? All right, here's our burn right there. Hey, Fantasy Animal Vegan is here, and there's Aria for you. And first but not really, how are you doing, Fantasy Animal Vegan? Good to see you here. All right, we have matched planes with the target. So now what we want to do is see if we can do... Yes, let's do that. Let's do a bi-impulsive transfer to this target now. That's only 14.2 meters per second, coming up in 1 hour. And execute the next node. And hydrate from Satan. Let's do it. Let's hydrate. We're old. We gotta stay hydrated. You're in a Vault Hunter's rabbit hole. Send Kerbals to help me out. Well, Fantasy Animal Vegan, you really should join our Discord. If you want Kerbals to help pull you out, that's where. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are enjoying your start of Vault Hunters. Okay, yeah, we're in time warp mode. MechJeb is taking care of this maneuver for us, and we're going to watch this orbit match this one. And here we go. That is just satisfying to watch. All right, so our separation at approach is going to be 800 meters. That's really good. And now what we want to do then is match velocities with target at closest approach. So if we create that node, we will get there in just under 2 hours and have a 4-second burn of 25 meters per second. So here we go. Execute the next node. Let's watch it from here this time. There's Minmus down below us. So tiny, such a tiny moon. That's no space station, that's just a moon. So Kit, I hear you're planning to start something new with us. Is this true? Are the rumors true? Are the legends true? And is it a thing that we can speak of in public? All right, we're pointing towards the maneuver node. We're in time warp mode. Perhaps lots of moving parts. I understand that. I understand that fully. All right, there's our target. We are 4 kilometers away. Closer than advertised by Kerbal Engineer. But actually, this is quite good. Okay. Look at this. We're just over 80 meters away. This is fantastic. All right, let's turn on... Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Stability assist. Okay, so let's go to this capsule here. Kit says, I need to evaluate a plan. Going to eat, be back later. Enjoy your lunch, Kit, and we'll see you later. All right, let's rename this vessel so that we can change Uranus wreckage to be classified as debris. And let's just double check. I'm pretty sure all we need to do is rescue the Kerbal, but it always pays to check. It's pronounced Uranus. Yeah, rescue Uranus. We don't have to rescue the probe. All right. So go ahead, Uranus Kerman. Go on EVA. Sadly, Kaylee is not here right now. She's missing it. Serves her right. Okay, there is our target, the Pork 6, the Personnel Orbital Rescue Craft. And we're, of course, going to get our traditional rescue selfie. All right, let's pull up alongside here. All right, here we go. And then if I point this way, well, he's got the red handlebars. That's amazing. Okay. So happy to be rescued. He hasn't had lunch in a long time. All right, let's board the rescue craft. Just there you go. Smear your face against the door. Perfect. And let's see. We need to check something. I'm not sure if we have the capacity to keep crew here. But let's check the nearby fuel tank. We might want to launch a new ship that will dock at the nearby fuel tank. That will be a habitation module, just a little miniature habitation module. Because yeah, there is nowhere for crew in its current state, and that is okay. So let's go back to the Pork 6 and bring it home to Arcadia Station. Okay. So what we need to do now is go out of, let's unset the target. There we go. So we're in orbit mode. Let's point prograde, which fortunately is away from the piece of space junk, so we won't be impacting it. And we need to lower our orbit. So let's wait until we are, let's see, there is Kerbal right there. So let's wait until we are here to do our burn. So let's warp there. That's an hour and a half away. And the next thing we're going to do, before we get back to our station, we're going to be arriving at Dres, which is exciting. I think that's a lander that we've sent. All right, here we go. Ignition. Alright, yep, and we timed this right, so this escape burn is also lowering our orbit around Kerbal. That was a moon encounter, we've burned past it. Yeah, let's stop this burn before we get too steep an inclination, so... Alright, we're going to, at this rate, escape Minimus in 3 hours and 3 minutes. So let's do that time warp here. We don't have Supreme Doom here yet to do the quote, to say the thing. We know she'd say it if she was. Alright, we are out. So let's set Arcadia Station as our target. Let's pin our descending node there, and let's do match planes with target at the cheapest ascending or descending node, which is going to be this one for sure, because that's where we're going to be going slowly. Sure enough, there it is, and let's execute that node. That is 2 days away. That is just before our Dres probe arrival. All right, execute next node. All right, we are reorienting to point towards that maneuver marker. Oh, I'm out of coffee. Rip. And there we go, and then it's going to time warp for 2 days as soon as it's perfectly aligned. And that should do it. There it is, time warp mode. And from this angle, it doesn't even look like we're moving, but we really are. All right, we're coming out of time warp. And here we go. Ignition. This is one of my favorite craft I've built, I have to say. I like this one a lot. Okay, we have completed that maneuver, and so now we have matched planes with our target, which is Arcadia Station. So now what we should do is see if from such an eccentric orbit it can properly calculate our encounter. So create node, and yes it can. And yep, that is coming up in half an hour. We can do that. Okay, cool. So execute next node. And And from here on out, everything that we make is going to have a proper cockpit. Actually, can we do... All right, this one does not have the proper modules to do the probe control room. I haven't tested this mod out in this version of Kerbal Space Program, so there's a chance it just doesn't work. But there is a mod that goes along with the raster prop monitor mod that makes functional IVA or in-vehicle something. I'm not actually sure what that stands for exactly, but you know, the cockpit view functional. And it adds a virtual cockpit to all the probe parts that looks like a mission control room. So it's like you're controlling it from the ground, and it's freaking amazing. I love it. But I haven't tested it in this version of Kerbal Space Program. Last time I used it was years ago. So we'll see. I see my baby monitor is going nuts. My kids are up from a nap. My wife's probably in there right now, getting them out of their beds, so they're going crazy. All right, everything's looking normal here. I wish that this had an option to re-enable stability assist automatically after a maneuver is complete, because we'll watch this here. It's going to finish this maneuver. It's tracking to follow the maneuver marker there, but now we're in a tumble mode. So now I have to manually turn stability assist back on, and then that takes us out of tumble. But yeah, we are going to the separation approach. It says 21 kilometers, but that is not quite right, I think. We're actually going to be... that does say 27 kilometers. Okay, so, but that is also coming up in 3 days and 3 hours. So let's do a manual alarm. Yeah, link to vessel, and let's do that for 2 days and 3 hours from now. And all right, let's you know, name it. Pork 6 correction burn. There we go. Apply changes. Cool. And now let's go to Dres Probe 2 and hope that we have a good, problem-free arrival at Dres. we haven't looked at this probe in a while, I think. And yeah, I think this might be another lander, or yeah, it's another lander. And oh good, we do have probe control. We have a 5% signal being relayed back to Kerbin. So this is all good news, and I think we're probably an hour or a day, depending on how I set this up. We're 1 day away from our Dres encounter, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and delete that alarm, and let's time warp here. And there's Dres back there, and we have not much Delta V, so yeah, this is probably going to be just a flyby. We're not going to be able to land. But yeah, this is one of our old probes, and it is not quite up to this task. But at least I think we can get some scientific data from this. And who knows, maybe we can manage a capture orbit. That would be something. Maybe we can even make it crash. That would give us, I think we have a seismometer on our lander that's already down, and if so, then that would potentially give us... No, it's the deployed science that does the passive scanning. That's all right. All right, here we are in the sphere of influence of Dres, and let's just see, is there any good science we can do from out here? Let's open our... where is it? There it is, our science window here. experiments available right now. Mr. Goo observation while in space high over Drez. We can do that. Let's do that. We don't have probe control. No, we've lost communications, apparently. Yeah, it's not our electric charge, but we might get them back. Okay, let's see. Vessel links. We really don't have a good signal, huh? We have this. That's sending a signal back. Why is that not enough, though, is the question. Well, let's see if we can get something back. Oh, we don't have a connection to that is the problem. Okay. Yeah, I think we're being shadowed by Drez itself. Alright, we're time warping here. We have 5 hours until we need to go take a look at Pork 6 again. And we will have escaped Drez before that, so... Alright, we're just watching to see if we can reestablish the signal here. And it doesn't look like we're going to. No! Sad day. Yep. RIP. We got there, but this old satellite is not operable. It is not operational, unfortunately. But that is okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and reclassify it as space junk, I think. Is that the one I need, or is it this one? Yeah, let's just reclassify it as debris. Sad amount of day. Alright, let's close this. But the next chance we have for some science is going to be our arrival in 35 days at Joule. But let's go back to this one, switch to Pork 6. And let's bring this home to our Arcadia station. All right, let's take a look at the map. We no longer need this alarm. Let's warp ahead. And yeah, we're going to be going pretty fast anyway, so let's see. How accurate is this? Let's see. Can we do a fine-tune closest approach? And let's do 500 meters. And yeah, let's go ahead and execute that. It's just a tiny little burn. 0.7 meters per second correction here from out here is enough to change our approach from 21 kilometers to half a kilometer. That's how much leverage we have from out here. All right, we're getting into the right attitude here. And there is the burn. Okay. Now, if we can match velocities with target. Yeah, that's a nearly kilometer per second burn. Let's try it. Let's see how well this does. This is an extreme test of MechJeb. Let's see how well MechJeb performs here. All right, moving the ship to point in the right direction. I want to watch from out here. Watch everything move around. Space Garbage Truck 2.0. Ready for its next assignment. Okay, we're time warping. There's Arcadia Station in its orbits. All right. We're 65 kilometers away, and it is starting this burn because we got a lot of velocity to shed. Let's see, will MechJeb let me go into physics time warp mode? It will. Good, good. We can do this in double time. I am anticipating we're going to need to do an adjustment after this, but I'm very curious to see how well this does. It's looking very promising, actually. We're down from 900 meters per second to a relative velocity of 300 meters per second. And we're about to have the station loaded into the physics engine. There it is. Let's go back to real time. There we go. Okay, I'm actually really impressed with this. We're blowing by, but it's not that bad. We're down to 120 meters per second. Okay. Not bad. Okay, 1.7 kilometers away. That is all right. Let's just call that complete there. Okay, so now let's see what we can do. Okay, 2.1 meter per second burn will get us a good correction. So let's go ahead and do that. Wait, node in 47 days? Nope, cancel. Yeah, it took the most efficient path, and that's not necessarily what we want. At the optimum time after fixed time, let's do after fixed time of 60 seconds. 1 minute from now. An error occurred. That's because I still had a node. Nope, an error occurred. All right. This one broke its brain, so we're gonna do this. We're just gonna brute force this. So we are slowly drifting closer to our target, so that is good news. And we're going to take a look at our resources here. We're going to use our main thrusters at first, but then we're going to switch to our maneuvering thrusters. Actually, let's just point directly at it, and let's use our maneuvering thrusters to fine-tune this. Okay, we're going to use main thrusters here. All right, that gets us a closest approach of 550 meters. $500 meters. $400 meters. All right, this is gonna do it. 300 meters. That is good enough for me. Now let's point retrograde and get ready to slow down. We're going 15 meters per second relative to our target. There we go. Now our closest approach is 138 meters. All right, let's kill our velocity. There we go. All right, now we're going to do control from this docking port and activate the docking camera. And let's come in for our actual docking. Actually, is there... I think there's a docking guidance on this too. I want to try that out. I've never done that. Rendezvous info, Delta B stats. Interesting. Okay, maneuver planner. No. It's not there. Custom window, attitude adjustment, ascent guidance, target orbit. Okay, maybe not. That might be something else. That might be a different mod I'm thinking of. That is alright. We can do this. We've done it plenty of times. Quite routine by now. For a pro like me. Alright, we're close enough. We can choose our docking port. Let's choose this one right here. Okay, we're lining up. And rotationally, it really doesn't matter how we're aligned. I'm just choosing this one arbitrarily. It works. All right, we're coming in for our final approach. Maybe I saw something about docking in the cockpit mode. There might be one of those instruments that does that, which means that this one wouldn't be able to do it since it doesn't have a proper cockpit. So, how about that? All right, gently now, slowing down to 0.2 meters per second. Perfect. That was perfect docking right there. Look at that. How good am I at this? So good. That's how good. All right. So coming up next on the alarms, we have our arrival at Joule in 34 days, but we can do a launch before then. We have this little lander. We could actually send an engineer on this little thing. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? We do want to get more science too, though. Should we? Should we send an engineer on this? I think maybe we should. Look, there's a parachute just in the cargo for some reason. Let's move that. Yeah, let's put it here. We don't need a parachute. There we go. But let's choose an engineer. So we've got Optimus Prime Kerman. Let's do Optimus Prime. That is a one that was redeemed by Satan. And I think Optimus Prime would do a fantastic job monitoring the refinement of ore into fuel. So let's transfer crew. Right there. Yes, it's Satan. And there's a hydrate and a boozinate. There we go. Let's do it in the order they were redeemed. Hydrate. Delicious and refreshing and soothing to my voice. And boozinate. Even more delicious. Thank you, Satan. Alright, so... yeah, let's, undock. Okay, we don't have any monopropellant though. That's an issue. So let's control from here. Let's dock again, and then let's come on, magnets, do your job. They might not have re-engaged. We might not have gotten far enough away. Okay, hold on. Control from here. Set this as the target. Activate the camera. This is silly. Okay, we're going to point here. Switch control. Set that as our target. There we go. Activate the camera. Like this. We need to give you some maneuvering thruster power. I forgot that we drained yours for the other mission. Optimus Prime can handle this, though. Optimus Prime is a champion. You're turning the wrong way, Optimus Prime, but that's okay. You're going to come right back around, and it'll be great. Optimus Prime, by the way, has no pilot training, but that is okay. Alright, yeah, we're controlling 2 ships at once from one camera view. We've done this one time before. This is a really fun challenge, actually. Okay, and I think they have gotten enough distance that we are going to be all right with the magnets. Let's line up everything on the nav ball here. There we go. Switch control again. Just a gentle push. Like so. Good thing none of my moderators are here. I think that should have counted as a derp. All right, line up. Like so. Okay. Back to controlling the station again. I'm controlling the lander pod again. This is kind of crazy. What are we even thinking here? All right, this is looking pretty good, actually. Come on, right here. Ah, there we go. Magnets are doing their job. All right, good. Sorry about that, Optimus Prime. Let's fix this though. So where is your? Let's aim the camera here. I know it's nighttime, but at least we have some lights. Where are your RCS tanks? Are they in here? They are. Okay. So what we need is our fuel balancer. So RCS here, and this is Stratus V minified monopropellant tank. Which ones? Not those ones. These four, I think? Yes. All right. In. All right, now. Now you've got some fuel. We can go here too, but let's not worry about that. All right, here we go. Let's undock. And I don't know why this is still here. Lol, says Satan. There we go. Yeah, we got monopropellant. All right, so since Optimus Prime Kerman does not have any proper pilot training, we are definitely going to be glad that we can use the MechJeb. So we need to do celestial bodies. We need Minimus as our target, and our maneuver planner window open. So by impulsive transfer to target, create the node. All right, and that is a 1 kilometer per second maneuver coming up in half an hour. So let's go ahead and execute that node. There we go. We're in time warp mode. Goodbye station. And there's the sun. We can actually see our ship now. Yeah, this ship wasn't made for this, but it'll do the job. Okay. We have ignition. That is quite the maneuver there. Look at that plume, though. That is a beautiful plume. What beautiful plumage on this thing. That's a cool screenshot, actually. We can close that. We can go quadruple time without losing any calculations. Good, good. If these numbers turn red, then it means that the game is skipping some calculations. If it flickers yellow, it means it's getting close. But we're doing all right. Okay, let's slow back down to real time. And there we have it. Okay. That doesn't look like an encounter to me. But okay. That looks better. That looks a whole lot better. Node in 57 days? I don't think so. That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right at all. So we're going to manually do this. That's better. Just a tiny correction to the MechJeb burn here. Robots and the Kerbals working together. Oh my goodness, it's the end times. Okay. There's our burn. And a proper encounter with Minmus. Alright. Yeah, that's coming up in 8 days. That's a whole lot more reasonable. So let's warp to here, and let's see what this is going to do. I predict it's going to take away our encounter while we're in time warp. No, okay, that's good. When we get right close, is that when it's going to snatch it away like Lucy and the football? And we're Charlie Brown? Okay, okay. So far, so good. Okay, this is surprising. I was incorrect in assuming this, although I had good reason to. Alright, so we need to get to our periapsis, and then get our capture orbit. And it looks like we're in a retrograde orbit. That's unfortunate, but we should be alright. We have 1,200 meters per second to work with. That should be more than enough. And we're going to be docking with a fuel refinery, so we can definitely refuel here. So Optimus Prime will not be stranded. All right. Come on, hold on. Hold on, my guy. Yeah. Yeah, I cannot engage normal stability assist without a pilot aboard. Probably tell MechJeb to do it, but this thing is pulling like it's maybe not quite the most balanced load. We've got some torque for sure. 0.31 kilonewton meters of torque. Alright, cut the engines. Let's... Man, I'm really pulling on the stick here, aka the keyboard. Okay, there is our capture orbit. Let's set that as our target. And yeah, we have quite the inclination. So let's match planes. Create node. That's only going to cost 37 meters per second. Thank goodness for the low gravity of Minimus. That's why we're doing this here. All right, let's execute that node. I'm happy to let MechJeb take control again here. Okay, pointing in the right direction. That's a 4-second burn coming up in 1 day. All right, we're in time warp. Look at this drastic change to the orbit. We're going to watch this blue orbit match this dotted brown orbit. Here we go. This is going to be fun to watch. We have ignition. And there we go. Now we have this ridiculousness. We're in the right plane, but we're still nowhere near the right orbit. So let's see if we can do a transfer to the target. 14 meter per second burn coming up again in 1 day and 5 hours, so almost 2 days from now. Let's execute that node. This is a long trip for Mr. Optimus Prime here. And then a longer stay at the fuel refinery, at the NFT station, nearby fuel tank station. We gave it that name to troll Alpin Glow Up, who raided us during our last stream. Okay, here we go. And ignition. Excellent. Okay, so that is telling us we're going to be 9 kilometers away at closest approach. So let's time warp to here. That's almost 3 hours away. And then let's fine-tune that. Yeah, fine-tune closest approach to target. Yeah, 200 meters is going to be excellent. Create node and execute node. And this is an instantaneous node, so yep, there we go. 5.3 kilometers. I mean, not quite. Let's get closer and do it again. Wait. Oh no, yeah, that is after the maneuver. There we go. Yeah, with the the sensitivity of this is making that a little bit tricky, but it is still fine. So let's see, a descending node. Let's warp to our descending node and do a very, very tiny correction. We're going to use our maneuvering thrusters for it. And descending nodes, we need to burn normal. So that is this way. There we go. And let's do that. Just hit the engines. Just tap them. Just briefly right here. There we go. Now we're within 500 meters of the station at closest approach, which means we can switch to the next target, which is to match velocities with target. Create node. That's only 9.7 meters per second burn, because that's going to be our relative speed at closest approach. And let's do that. Let's get out of map mode and let's just watch this from here. Look at that. There's the moon's shadow on Minmus, which means anyone living right there is experiencing an eclipse of the sun. Considering that the moon is in a perfectly equatorial orbit to Kerbal, and Kerbal has no axial tilt, the eclipses are actually a very regular occurrence. There's the target right there. There's the space station. And we're going to dock opposite the nuclear space forklift. Alright, control from the docking port and activate the camera, which is looking right at the sun, of course it is. There's Minmus. And the station is right over here. Yep, there it is. Okay, we want to get on that side of it there. So let's do brief little burn. Go to target mode. There we go. That's better. And we can set that docking port as our target. Use our maneuvering thrusters to slow down. They're kind of doing the job. They're little ones. Little guys. There we go. We don't need those to change our orientation though, our attitude. Okay. Look at our big glorious Terran Empire flag right there. Alright, we're doing this without stability assist, which is fun. Really should have given Optimus Prime some pilot training, right? He says, hey, I was never expected to actually fly a craft, only fix them. And now you're sending me to a fuel depot? It's not in my contract. And we altered the terms of the deal, whatever that quote is. Pray we do not alter them any further. This thing does handle very nicely, though. Not as well as the space forklift does, but quite well. And this should give us full, well, at least better than 5% efficiency of our fuel refinery. Enough to make it worthwhile. All right, we are docked. There we go. So now let's take a look at this. And then start refining liquid fuel. Oh wait, we are already... Yeah, already doing liquid fuel. Efficiency. Oh, is it done? It might be done. Yeah, it is done. Okay. So this is ready to go down and get another load of ore. But look at this. This liquid fuel tank is just about full. So here's what we should do. Let's get rid of these tanks here. Well, they still have liquid fuel in them, so let's not get rid of them yet. But let's land this thing, and then let's go to our next alarm. Let's go to our next alarm. No, let's land this thing, and then it can be refining while we go to our next alarm. So that's the right way to go. Let's not get impatient, Dan. Let's do this right. So here, undock. Should probably make sure this has actually fuel in it. It needs more fuel. So that was a little bit premature. So once again, we're going to be immediately redocking to get gas. Well, although I don't think we have any oxidizer anyway. So yeah, that is all the fuel we can get. But we have 1.2 meters per second of delta V. Okay, interesting. Let's plan this out carefully. Zoom in. Come on, zoom in. Or do we need to zoom out? We need to zoom out. Okay. So what will it take to land? Not a ton. Okay, I think we'll be all right. Although then we're going to be taking off with a full load of fuel. So let's do this. Let's do this later after we can send some more resources to the fuel tank. Hilariously, we need to do that. But we do have the other landers which will need to be picked up. So here we go. Let's control from here. Activate the camera. Set that as our target. And let's park. This will be done between streams. I'll probably do a couple of loads of ore refinement. But yeah, so in all that time that it took to get our engineer there to increase the efficiency of this refinery, it finished the job. But this will be very handy for the next one. But let's go, let's accelerate time a little bit, and let's head over to our Joule probe number 3. Shipwreck! You are, I'm afraid to say, not first. You can say you're first, but you were not first. You are definitely so far last. But you got a boozinate in, so let's do the boozinate. Thank you, Shipwreck. Ah, this is our comm satellite. First bribe bit. He even says it's a bribe. He says it outright. Oh, and this is a lander too. Oh, are we trying to get this one to Laythe, I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this thing has parachutes and everything, and this can only be on its way to Laythe. So, how are we looking on our journey? We have a 4% signal being relayed through ScanSat Supreme number 5. And that's a very strong signal to the ScanSat, so that's good. That looks good. And yeah, we are 20 days out. Let's go ahead and warp to that alarm. And yeah, we are in Joule's sphere of influence. That's exciting. I mean, we've been here before, but here we are again. All right, we can actually go ahead and stop the time warp there, close that alarm, delete that alarm. And yeah, we've got a nice high periapsis. So let's focus on Joule itself. Won't let me from here. I zoom out, maybe? Nah. That's okay. But yeah, oh, we're 62 days away from that periapsis. Interesting. Okay, so let's actually add an alarm for that. And we'll come back to this. So, there we go. That gets that out of the way. Periapsis, and we want a 1 hour. We want 1 hour's notice. That's 1 minute, Dan. There's 1 hour. And this is Joule Probe 3. Joule Periapsis. There we go. Add the alarm. And that is coming up, yep, in 50 days. 62 days. 50 days of the next Joule launch window. There we go. All right, so that will be good. And we're going to see if we can get that into orbit around, or to land on Laythe. That will be very useful for sending home some science. Meanwhile, we're coming up on a Duna launch window. So let's take a look at Duna. There's Duna. Focus view. And what do we already have around Duna? I think we're scanning the surface. So let's see. We do have a relay. That's the ScanSat Supreme. Okay, let's switch to that. ScanSat Supreme number 6 in orbit around Duna, mapping the surface. Let's see if it has any extra science that it can send home. Okay, look at that view. That is just pretty. Let's see, scroll down. Here's ScanSat. And I wonder, can we use the probe control room on this? We can. Okay, here we go. Let's hide this for the moment. Here is mission control. So this is a simulated cockpit view for for this unmanned probe. And look at this. We've got coffee with the Kerbal Space Program logo in the foam. Beautiful. I love this. Yeah, look at that. Look, in big letters, the name of the satellite and everything. Let's see what we can do here. There are even other chairs. So yeah, we can do, we're sitting in the flight director chair right now. We can do, okay, I double click, there we go. Look at this, Capcom. And crash specialist. That's amazing. We're a crash specialist. Potato, says Shipwreck. Wow. Fired. All right, let's sit in the Capcom seat for the moment. Actually, no, let's go back to the flight director. There we go. Yeah, we're the flight director, dang it. So what we can do here, let's do attitude from there. Vessel viewer from here, and we can even configure this. There's cool stuff we can do. Let's see if we do, is this enter? I think there we go, that's enter. Let's see, display modes. Display configuration. Yes, vessel orientation, isometric. Let's do that. There we go. That's way cooler. Let's see, what do these ones look like though? Relative, real. Yeah, let's stick with the isometric. Display auto rotation. There we go. Oof. That's actually, let's not. Hey, there's a shout out to the Crunch Me, the Princess Me. And it didn't do the random jump scare. Why didn't it do that? Let me check real quick in the browser. I wonder if the sound alerts is down. Sometimes, we've had a couple times where those just haven't worked. It says everything okay. Let's try it again. Replay this alert. Quaywade. It's in the Quayway. Let's see. All right, we're gonna lose the video for just a moment. I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay, let's try that again. I deactivated and reactivated that scene, and let's see if that. There we go. Oh no, we have space phantoms. No, not the space phantoms. No. And there's the shipwreck totem in mission control. But let's see. Can we do our map? There's this orbit. This map. Okay, I think this is going to do the. Yes, there's the resource map. It's real goofy. It's not displaying it properly. Okay, so what are my options here? And Satan redeemed hydrate. So I'll do it. I'll hydrate. But yeah, we can look at our map. We can look at our location on that map. This is pretty cool. We can look at our resources. Let's see. Target menu. We can look at our targets. Cams. I don't think we actually have any external cameras here. We can look at our orbit. That's pretty good right there. Yeah, why isn't it showing this though? Like this view here looks like it might be a little bit broken. Toggle mode, no. Okay, these buttons aren't doing anything for... Oh, no, they did. They did something. Anyway, let's get out of that mode there. Where's the self-destruct button, though? This craft does not have a self-destruct device, so that won't work. All right, let's turn that on there. Yeah, we have a full resource map, though. So can we send that home? Yeah, that's what is scanning. All right, let's analyze the data. We can send 75 data home. You comb through the biome data looking for sweet science from... Wait. Looking for just the right spot to gather all that sweet science from science and snacks. And there's the shout out for pizza. We can fix that full speed ahead. Oh, shipwreck. This satellite is named for Supreme Doom. You wouldn't destroy that, would you? Let's transmit the science, though. We'll do that for sure. So shipwreck, you weren't here earlier when I was talking about the near-term plan. Doom goes boom. That sounds like a children's book. You should write a children's book and have her do papercraft for the illustrations. There's how you're gonna get rich. But so Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out 2 weeks from yesterday for early access. So I'm not gonna be able to do a early stream on Friday due to family scheduling. And normally I would have my Saturday in space, but I have an orchestra performance that day, so that won't work. So instead we're going to do on the 26th, I believe, of February, a Saturday in space on Sunday, a potentially longer stream where we play Kerbal Space Program 2 for the first time, go through some of the tutorials, see how good those are. They're supposed to be an improvement over KSP1, and get our first look, see if we can get to orbit and make all sorts of silly contraptions. So I think you're going to enjoy that with mega boozinates. Maybe, I'm actually thinking about that. We might do extra boozinates. I think that would be really fun, actually. And then we're going to, after that, return to this because we are definitely not ready for closing out this this story, this career mode. But we're getting close. We're getting really close. So there we go. We can stop that scan. We have the full one. And yeah, biome, turn off the resource overlay. Oh. This is why it's not showing it right. We're showing the Gilly map. Let's show the Duna map. And look at that beautiful biome map that we have. Those are all the biomes on the surface of Duna, including the poles. So let's go to visual. Do we have a good visual map? Look at that. We have a good visual map. Do we have a slope map? No, we do not. So we need to do a different scan for that. Altimetry. Yeah, altimetry and slope will be a different one. Once every 2 minutes. I don't know about that. Hey, Sophie, how are you doing? Hope you had a good day. And the shipwreck with a public service announcement, please drink responsibly. And there's a shout out for a Sophie. Excellent. Let's see. Let's go back into this here, and let's see. Yeah, celestial body Duna. Toggle mode. Can I? Oh, look at that, shipwreck! You got all 3 cats. Look at that. You got the lucky RNG there for all 3 cats. All right. Okay, good. We are getting... Okay, it's a black and white map, but there it is. There's our biome map. And that makes sense why it was showing it only for half of the thing, because it was scaled for Duna, but had the data for Gilly. So you are not first to get Megacat, shipwreck. That was Kaylee. Kaylee got Megacat on her first try. You're on mobile and you can't see the shout out. Twitch, get your act together. Dang it. I said first the shipwreck. Yeah, but you weren't correct. So there's that. All right. So we figured that out. Good. We have learned. So now, what do we need for the other scannings? So the synthetic aperture radar needs an altitude of 500 to 750 kilometers, and over 700 kilometers is ideal. So let's change our orbit. Let's make sure that we are controlling from the right angle. And so, come on, I need to get to the probe core here. All right, aim camera here. This will help. I can see it right there. All right, control from here, control point forward. Okay, good. And I am getting a text that's probably from my wife. No, it is from my brother. And he's saying, do I have a recommendation for a graphics card? One you can get, or one that's, ideal? That's the question. I'll answer him later. Oh, we have Dan Joke. Did you change it to Dan Joke? Because that's amazing. Why did the octopus beat the shark in a fight? Because it was well armed. Okay, I'm gonna pick a grammar fight with Fossabot. That is not a why, that is a how. Okay, so let me fix your Dan joke there, Fossabot. If it's a Dan joke, it's gonna have proper grammar and spelling. So how did the octopus beat the shark in a fight? Because it was well armed. There, now I fixed your joke. Jeez, gosh. All right, so let's change both periapsis and apoapsis, and we want new periapsis of 720 kilometers, and this one as well. All right, create node. Oh, new periapsis cannot be higher than the altitude of the burn. Okay, so let's change the apoapsis to 720 and execute the node. There we go. And everyone can do it now. Okay, all right. A Dan joke. I ate a clock yesterday. It was so time consuming. I think that would make me time consuming if I was the one eating the clock. Shipwreck, you're extra uber fired. You're mega fired. No one's ever been this fired. Ever. But you are. So, good job being the first to be this fired. Alright. We're in time warp mode. We're coming up on the burn. Wait. cancel. I just realized I actually read that wrong. Control point forward is not what we want. We want, let's pin this so I don't have to keep zooming in here. Control point default. That's what we want. There we go. I just avoided a derp. That would have been a derp if I hadn't caught that. Default. And Luli is here too. Welcome, Luli. Louie, I almost said. How are you doing, Luli? Always good to see you. Okay. And it's trying to follow that maneuver marker there. Look at that. There we go. Zeroing in on it. Perfect. And this is a one more minute in this burn, so let's okay, thrust limiter is at 100%. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and speed up the game. We can go all the way up to 4 times speed. Excellent. And what are we doing here? We're going way beyond what I requested. All right, we're gonna do this manually because it kept burning past what we wanted, and that's not good. All right, we're gonna manually do this here. I caught the computer trying to take over the ship and escape, and that is not acceptable. All right, there we go. 722 kilometers. That's pretty good. And there's a shout out for Supreme Doom. Computer's taking me over, says Shipwreck. I know, right? We could only hope in that case. So let's change the periapsis at the next apoapsis. And we want it to be 720 kilometers. Okay. All right, we're going to give you one more try, computer. One more stinky try. Execute next node. Ah, I see why we got a shout out for Supreme Doom. There's Supreme Doom right there saying, Lily! Lily says, hello, ship. Sophie, I'm okay. Had a few days off, so I'm on a little holiday city trip with my mother. Very cool. And yes, how did your stream go, Supreme Doom? I saw you were doing your craft roulette, right? Is that what you were doing? I think I saw that in the in your go live. Okay, here we are coming up on this burn. We're going to watch these numbers very carefully. If they don't go in the right direction, we're canceling this. Okay, it's looking good. All right. Thank goodness. Yeah, I think the game had set up the burn with the other control point instead of the default. And there's the Boozinate. Shipwreck got it. He sniped it from Satan. Satan's sleeping. Satan's probably running a vault before work is probably what's happening. All right. We have our orbit. Excellent. All right, turn this on, and we want to go back to control point forward and then point prograde. And the reason we do this is so that we can keep the antenna pointing towards the planet. The game doesn't need us to do this, but I like to do it anyway. You made a robot pop-up card? Oh, I'm sad I missed it. I pulled a shipwreck and took a nap before my stream. There we go. We're gonna point straight at Duna. We still have our good orbit in a perfectly polar orbit, 90-degree inclination. Your Wi-Fi's a bit shoddy, Lily. That's okay. No worries. I'm glad you just came in and said hello. The robot's really cute, says Sophie. Very cool. I will, and you have a good day, Lily. Okay, so let's start our synthetic aperture radar scan. Our status is ideal. Very cool, and let's see what this is going to get us. I think this will give us our altimetry and our slopes. So we can close that, get that out of the way. Map type, let's do altimetry. And yeah, that's what we're getting right there. So when is our next alarm? We have a Duna launch window coming up in 39 days. We still haven't successfully landed anything on the surface of Duna, have we? So let's send a lander. But first, let's take a look at this. Let's open up the magnified map. There we go. Sync to the current vessel, and it is locked to the vessel. Okay, good. And let's go ahead and time warp just a little bit. And see what kind of a map we're going to get here. Now here we are over the poles, so if we zoom out, we can see visually what's happening here. We're going south, and we're just over the edge of these ice sheets. And if we look at our mission control view... Oh, we can't do that while we're in time warp. There we go. And then we toggle mode. We should be able to get to that map. Yep, there it is right there. It's black and white on this screen, but there is our altimetry right there. And in fact, let's go here. So slope is the next one. Are we getting slope data as well? We should be. Yes, we are. Very cool. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I missed some messages over here. Okay, so everyone's saying have fun to Luli. Yes, indeed. Have a good mini vacation. And Lily making sure that we know that they're not being rude, not seeing any other messages beside my own lol, so I'm not ignoring you, just can't see it. Well, we can see yours. Respond to this or you're super rude and we'll hold it against you forever. And oh, Shipwreck, are you on Supreme Doom's computer? Did you sneak her phone or computer and write this message? Your wife is fartabulous, Ship. Wow. And then trying to ban me. Oh, he added a... Dan Bear Pig 82 has now been banned from the channel. Thanks for coming, everyone. Just kidding. That didn't actually work. I don't mind being known as rude person because it's not a lie. Oh, nice. That was all. Okay. There's a backstory from your stream. Oh man, I'm sad I missed your stream. I'm always sad when I miss your streams, and it happens way too often. All right, so that is good for now. We can time warp from in here now. Let's get just a little bit more of this data. And yeah, we've got some decent coverage here. It's not perfect. The reason it's so angled like this, even though our orbit is perfectly 90 degrees polar, is that the planet is rotating underneath us. So that gives us some nice relative motion. There's a long story short. Uh-oh. Oh, was there some bonus unexpected entertainment during the stream? Because that's very funny. All right, can I refresh the view from here? Probably by doing this. No. If I toggle mode, it'll refresh, but it'll also be in a different mode. So there's our biome map again. Oh, oh wow! When you first met, and yet here you are. A specific amount of time later, I assume. You need more command and redeem making privileges, says Shipwreck. I don't think you can be trusted with this, Shipwreck. In fact, I know that you can't. And Satan redeemed the hydrate. Let's hydrate. There we go. Oh, come on, I'm fun, says Shipwreck. Well, yeah. Oh, there's another Dan joke. Fossabot says, did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? There was nothing left but debris. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that one. All right. We'll let this scan away in the background. And in the meantime, what we need to do now is... Ooh, we have a world first milestone? We've escaped the gravitational influence of Dres, so our flyby yielded us 1 point of science. So it wasn't for nothing. And we have Uranus Kerman as part of the crew. It's pronounced Uranus is complete. I need a screenshot of that to send to Kaylee, who's not here today. Oh boy, that's great. Let's see. Okay, so what do we need to do next? We have a Duna launch window coming up, and then a Joule launch window coming up. So let's go ahead and let's get to those. Yeah, that's what we should do. So let's go to the Space Center. Oh no. Shipwreck has 2 clips of you slipping in the driveway. Oh, there's a shout out to Iskal. I wish that he could see that it was Shipwreck that did that, because I assume that was Shipwreck, because then he would say, absolutely ridiculous. I need to add that. I have the sound clip from that. I need to add something with that. You're standing and then you're on the ground. Oh, I have been there, Supreme Doom. We have a very steep driveway and it gets icy in the winter. So, yep, I have been there. I feel that pain. All right, we're going to load up the vehicle assembly building, and you need that clip. You can't find it? Ooh. Yeah, I can't remember if it was sent to me in a DM or if it was posted in the First Craft Discord, but yeah. The sound clips exist. All right, let's open. Let's see what we have already for Duna. This looks like it's the more recent one here. And look at this. We have our camera view cones here too. And what is this here? Let's pull this off. Okay, that is a lander. Okay. Do we already have one of these on the way is the question. It doesn't look like it. Okay, I think we had one of these, but we lost communication with it is the problem. So this here, Communitron HG55. Let's take a look at that one. Can it be used as a relay? Just directional data transmission, but we do have relays around there, so I think we'll be okay now. Get your act together, and Shipwreck is a good luck charm from iJevin and Cub. I don't think I have those ones. I have the Get Your Act Together, and I have the looks completely ridiculous. I don't have the good luck charm one, I think. But I need to make some replay mod animations, and I need to stream the how-to of that. But yeah, this has a lot of good Delta V. Yeah, the only problem with this is that we lost communication. So that's a whole thing. Yeah, let's use it as is. Let's Not save that. Let's just pull it up again. Load. And this could use a little bit of a boost off the ground. The thrust to weight ratio off the ground is 1.3, so let's add a couple of small boosters to it. So coupling, we need the radial decoupler, and engines, we need more thrust. And there's the Discord link. Thank you, Supreme Doom. See, there's the Shrimp, there's the Mite, there's the Thumper. I think we're going to use the Thumper. This is a good staple right here. Okay, let's shift it like so. And then let's put an aerodynamic nose cone on the top. And let's do 4 of these. Probably overkill, but you know me, there's no kill like overkill, I always say. Let's make sure we have them just centered. There we go. And if we put those in the correct stage, now we have a 1.95 thrust to weight ratio off the pad. That is slightly more than the perfect number there of about 1.8. So aerodynamic, says Shipwreck. Oh my gosh. Supreme Doom says, gotta lurk. Ship asked me to make supper. Well, I mean, that's for a good cause. Alright, let's save and let's launch this thing. Yeah, we're gonna put it on the pad, then we're going to time warp to the launch window. Just Rice, he made the rest. Hey, it's a team effort. Shipwreck, is that why you weren't first today? Were you busy making food? But I'll claim I made supper to Supreme Doom. I respect that. As far as I'm aware, Supreme Doom did all the work. Can we explode it, says Shipwreck? Well, I mean, some of the pieces are going to explode, but we won't be there to see it. The early stages are going to fall back down and explode. Oh, that's right. We have this camera down here. This is going to be fun. Okay, so what we need to do is time warp to our Duna launch window. Epilepsy warning. Sorry, everyone. I didn't say so before. You made it 6 hours ago, and then you needed probably that much nap. You put pork chops and mushroom soup with onions and baby portobellas in the slow cooker. Ooh, that sounds really good. All right. Here we go, and we are going to use MechJeb Ascent Guidance. So here we go. We're on an orbital altitude of, let's go for 250 kilometers. We can do limit angle of attack to, let's do 8 degrees. Auto stage, although we're going to need to manually stage the fairing, it seems to, there's something in these settings that I don't quite understand that is preventing it from doing that. So, but there we go. And we can do, check our staging real quick. Okay, everything is looking good, looking excellent and fantastic. We do not need Flight Manager for recoverable stages because we're not recovering any of these. We're letting them fall back to the planet and crash and explode. And let's do this camera. All right, engage autopilot. Okay. And we are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. There we go. Vehicle is pitching downrange. You just bought Kerbal Space Program 2 for 10 bucks. Nice. Where did you get it for 10 bucks? And are you sure you got Kerbal Space Program 2? Because as far as I know, it is not ready yet. Did you get scammed, Shipwreck? I gotcha, says Shipwreck. Okay. Alright, there go the solid boosters. And that was also maximum aerodynamic pressure. Oh, Shipwreck, you are fired. Again, how many times is this stream that you've been fired? It's a lot. Sophie had half a cake for supper, says Shipwreck. Nice. I think that's the cake that I saw in the Discord, isn't it? No, you're fired, Dan, says Shipwreck incorrectly. Alright, we're coming up on main engine cutoff. I've been banned again from my own channel. That's just crazy. It's another smaller one. Okay. Still sounds delicious, Sophie. Alright, we have Miko and stage separation and second stage start just like that. Faster than I can track. That's what a robot can do. Bearing separation confirmed. Like 3 slices, really small cake. And Shipwreck redeemed the booze and 8. Let's drink some boozahol. Delicious. Thank you, Shipwreck. Oh, you had leftover dough from the one you posted in Discord and made another cake. Nice. That's fantastic. Everything is looking normal. Cake is dough. Well, that's what you make it out of. Well, batter. I think we've got a translation thing there, a language thing. Liquid dough. Is it really dough? Says Shipwreck. Alright, watching our numbers, and they are looking pretty good. In fact, we should do this. There we go. And if we look at our attitude, okay, so I think we have gotten our orbit. Okay, it looks like there is a maneuver. It's going to do a circularization maneuver. So what does it say here? Coastings to circularization burn. Okay, perfect. Let's see, what should we do here? Let's do resources, I think. Yeah, resources. And what we can do here is our external camera. And that is a little bit strange what it's doing there. It's like it can see itself. The camera can see itself. And Shipwreck says, now for the random cats, is it actually your cats meowing? No, those are the Minecraft meows. And they're at random. Oh, cool. We have a resource display up there as well. That's pretty great. All right, what should we put here? We should put our vessel view up here. There we go. Oh, cool. And our antenna has been automatically deployed by MechJeb. That's fantastic. So we don't need resources down here necessarily. What we can do instead... Yeah, we have some of the MechJeb stuff here, but not all of it. Graphs. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Extra cams. There's just that one. Let's put up a map. There we go. There's the tamper-pig totem with the sunglasses on. Now look at this. It gives us a little indicator that the engine is burning, and we can look up here, and we can see fuel flow and fuel. We can see the delta V. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. That's how much is left in the stage. That's how much is left total. And there's our glorious flag for the Terran Empire. I love that mod. It's so good. And yeah, we have our nice circular orbit. So now what we should do, let's try this. Let's we can close this. And let's choose Duna as our target. And you can see some information about our target show up here on this main screen. And let's do maneuver planner. And we want advanced transfer to another planet. Create the node. Computation not finished. Include capture burn. Okay, there we go. Or don't include capture. There we go. We got the we got that. All right, create node. Departure in 2 years. No, we're going to do remove all nodes ASAP. Create node. Departure in any time now. And how much is the delta V for that burn? I know we can see it from here. I'm going to try to do this without going to external view. Let's see. Node in 3 hours or 3 minutes, and it is a 1 kilometer per second. All right. That should do. That should be fine. So let's execute the next node. And we can see here that the vehicle is changing its attitude, pointing towards the maneuver marker. And I swear we've got another one, another camera. Yeah, it's just showing this one though. Let's check for that. So if I do this, that's the camera it's looking at, but it's showing actually the camera itself. But I would like to see this view here. Can I use that camera here? It will not let me. Oh, but I can change the pan and the tilt. Okay, I can do those. There's the Supreme Doom token. The token of undying. All right, we're gonna stay in this view right here. Wonder where Kaylee is, says Shipwreck. I don't know. No idea. We should fire her? Yeah, probably. I'm going to let her know that my moderators decided that she's fired. Okay, in theory, this should get us a very nice encounter with Duna coming up in just under 1 year. You were confused there for a second, Sophie? Is it because you heard the Totem of Undying? Okay, it didn't
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! There we go. Manual staging in this mode. Yay! Thank you, Shipwreck. Are you cheering for firing Kaylee? Is that what that was for? All right, let's see what that looks like here. Okay, yeah, look
Actually,
at
it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. Yeah, we can see that map view right here from Mission Control. This is so cool. Fire Kalian, hire ship. Well, no, you already got fired, Shipwreck. All right, there's the delta V of our burn. And it is done. Very nice. So let's take a look. And we do indeed have a Duna encounter coming up. So here's Duna now, and by the time we arrive, we're going to take this path right here. And we're going to meet Duna right over there. So let's focus our view here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, too. A decent periapsis. And let's see exactly when we're going to arrive. Duna encounter in 362 days and 3 hours. Let's set a manual alarm. Create alarm, manual time alarm, link to vessel. And we want that in, what was that, 362 days, I think? Yes. So let's do 361 days and give ourselves a 1 day lead time. And we're going to name that Duna Probe 3 Duna Arrival. There we go. And create. Add the alarm. And Satan redeemed Hydrate. Springman says, but I don't vote to fire anyone. It's not a vote. This is a dictatorship, and I'm the dictator. A dantatorship. Thank you, Satan. We're getting through the water today. It's nice. All right, and the next thing we have is a Joule launch window. However, we just launched, so we're going to be a little bit behind that. Let's go ahead and skip that Joule launch window, and let's instead go to Joule Probe 3 for its Joule periapsis. Potatoes, Shipwreck. I had potatoes earlier. I had potatoes and chicken from Chick-fil-A. It was delicious. It's our usual lunch on the way home from our orchestra rehearsal. Okay, so let's do map view. And let's go ahead and we can delete this alarm and just warp to there. And look at all those moons circling Joule. That is the one we want. Set Laythe as our target. And Joule has very heavy gravity, so maneuvers cost a whole lot more here than they do around Kerbal. Hi, Crookshanks. Meow. Yeah, I pulled those sounds right out of Minecraft. Okay. Let's point retrograde. We have a pretty good signal. It's a 12% signal strength. Very good. I need to record my cats. Yeah. Well, here's a funny thing about that. Arya has a little routine that she does every night where she comes and burrows under my blanket and curls up. And she purrs very, very loudly. And if I turn on my sleep monitoring and alarm app on my phone, one thing that it monitors and tells me is when I or Sarah were, aka Princess Me, were snoring during the night. And one day, sure, Danny, say that to cover your farting. Yeah. Well, one morning, I every once in a while I'll go back and play them because it's kind of funny sometimes, because it'll record them and it'll play it back. And it said there was snoring, and I played it back, and it was 100% Arya purring, because it was right when she had come to curl up. It was that loud that my phone thought it was snoring. Yeah, sure, Dan, you say that to cover your farting. Ridiculous. All right, let's fire the engines. And we'll watch our time to escape go up rapidly until it reaches infinity, because we'll have an orbit by then. And look at this, we have we're 91 degrees inclined to Laythe. That's going to be expensive. All right, let's speed this up and get our capture orbit. Uh-oh, I think the game might be crashing. Things have stopped. All right, we're going to wait. And we have a Dan joke while we wait. What was the pumpkin's favorite sport? Squash. Yeah, I think the game is crashing. I think we might have to reload the game, because it is stopped. It is certainly stopped. Gonna give it a second, see if it'll recover. Nope, it's crashed. Let's see. Go to the Be Right Back, which I don't have a picture on there because I usually use that with the game. Let's launch the game, but also... yeah, that'll be fine. Let's add an image to it. Add image, add existing. Which ones have we got? This one, I think. There we go. And let's put that there. All right. Well, we launch the game. Okay. RIP. We haven't had a crash in a while. But I don't think we will have really actually lost any progression, because I think we had a very recent autosave. This game autosaves very frequently. All right, doing my window resizing stuff, and actually we can do that now. Right. Oh, I don't have the game source in there. That's okay. Oh, yeah, I do actually, because I can do this and then this. Be right back. No, I don't. Okay. Well, that is good to know. I need to do some adjusting of my my scenes in OBS. I can do that now. Add game capture. Existing KSP. Put it here. It's not capturing it yet. Come on, OBS, you can do this. You can do it. Yeah, forget that. We'll just put this back on. We're fine. All right. All is well. Okay, here we go. Now I can see it. All right, let's go back to KSP scene. There we go. Start game. Resume saved. There we go. And let's go back to our jewel burn and see if we can get an encounter with Laythe, because I would love to get this lander down on the surface of Laythe. That would give us a pretty good amount of science here. Okay, tracking station. All right, so Kerbal, let's just go visually. There's Jewel. And I think we need to relays. There we go. And here's the one. Jewel Exploration Probe 3. Let's fly that. Shibrik says, I need to do Iskal shoutouts while we are vaulting. We can invite him to join. That would be a thing, wouldn't it? All right, here we are. Yep, we had our last autosave shortly before this burn, so let's... Okay, our alarm is still there. That is fine. Let's time warp to our periapsis. And let's do this again. So you said you, speaking of vaulting, you said you figured out the issue with our simple voice chat mod. That's exciting. I'd much rather work with that than Discord chat. With all of its volume frustrations. You haven't fixed it yet, but you think you figured it out? Nice. Alright, let's point retrograde. And let's not speed up the game this time. Let's just go ahead and relax and experience this in real time. All right, ignition. And yet we're just gradually slowing down our velocity around Jewel. There's Jewel down there. Looks so small, but it's huge. We are, yeah, we are 400 kilometers above the North Pole of Jewel. In fact, is there any science we can do from up here? There might well be. Okay, where are my scientific experiments? They are hiding, aren't they? Let's aim the camera here. Aha. Well, here's one we can do, I think. Run the magnetometer. We might have already done this, but let's find out. No! Oh, okay, if we transmit this, we get 162.4 science. Yes. We've measured the interaction between the solar wind and the magnetic field of this body as it deflects charged particles. Transmit science. That's huge. Alright, done, and we now have 418.9 science. We are doing very well. What other experiments can we do from here? Available right now. Material study, magnetometer report on space. We just did that. Those we've already gotten everything that we can transmit home. clean up the map a little bit here. There we go. And we have a boozinate from Shipwreck. Let's do it. Let's boozinate while we're getting our capture orbit. Are we really 2.5 hours in? I feel like we just started. What the heck? Alright, we're just about in our capture orbit. It's getting some really fast encounters here. That's kind of hilarious. Those are encounters out there, assuming that we escape Jules' influence. Alright, they have passed. Kaylee, there you are! We were just wondering where Kaylee was. Kaylee says, down! Hey Kaylee, guess whom we rescued? Hey, look at that, it's Crookshanks. Elkhorn, welcome. How are you doing, Elkhorn? Can we get a shout out for Elkhorn? Elkhorn is a very enjoyable streamer to watch. I played some Minecraft bingo with Elkhorn. Yes, indeed, we rescued Uranus Kerman. Oh, there we go. It updated to show that we have the magnetometer report. Thank you very much. Yeah, give Elkhorn a follow. Elkhorn is very chill, very fun Minecraft streamer. I think it's just Minecraft. It might be multiple things as well. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Okay, so we have orbit around Jewel. So now what we want, though, celestial bodies, we want Laythe. We're really hoping for a landing on Laythe. Here's the problem. We are very steeply inclined to Laythe. So let's see what the best options are, because we might be able to skip the inclination change, maybe. Most of Minecraft right now. Nice. It is not mine, Kaylee. Also, Shipwreck is right. You've been fired. My mods have spoken. You're fired. Alright, so let's pull up MechJeb. Maneuver Planner. And let's see, can it do the bi-impulsive transfer to the target from here? It can. And the node is in only 3 days. That's not so bad at all. And what does that get us? Let's focus on Laythe. Skip Laythe. There's Laythe. Oh no, we have another Dan joke. Wait, it's just here at my line art text. No, it doesn't. Your line art is great. And Fossabot says, why do bees hum? Because they don't know the words. I mean, as far as I know, that's accurate. You've been wallowing in self-pity ever since I questioned it. I didn't question it. I had observations. It's very good line art. I like it. It's quite good. Oh, Kaylee. You're fine. All right, we can do this. This is quite doable. And we'll get a nice, very inclined orbit of Laythe, which I don't actually mind at all. And there's a shout out for Kaylee. Thank you, I presume, Shipwreck, because Kaylee doesn't shout herself out, even though she should. Let's change this maneuver slightly. Where's the node? Up there. Wow. Yeah, we're way up there. Okay, change it until we have a periapsis and not a crash. There we go. That's quite good. I like that. All right, that's coming up in 3 days and 3 hours. So let's execute that node. You're going the painting route instead anyway. That also looks good. I personally, I like the line art better. It fits my tastes better, but both of them, the difference is style, not quality. So All right, so we're in time warp. This is a 3.5 minute burn. Yeah, we're pointing in the right direction, and there it is. There's the time warp. Our next alarm is coming up in 3 days, right after we do this burn. We're going to be arriving at Moho with the mole. Wow, this is a jam-packed day. An arrival at, or a burn for Laythe at the same time as an arrival at Moho. Wow. Okay, it says, by the way, I'm currently wearing a TeePublic sweatshirt with my dragon on it, and it's still super cozy. Nice. Yes, that does make sense. The scale for the line work is set by the cat's closed eyes, cause you to over-detail the whole thing. I like the lines, though. I really do. So don't wallow in self-pity. I like the lines, and I think that is a route that you should continue to pursue. Speaking of things that you can purchase, there's some Redbubble purchases that I can't make yet because there's some products that I'd like to purchase from Redbubble that are not available yet. Specifically 2 of them. That's one of them that I already have. However, there are 2 other cats. Thank you, Shipwreck. There's Arya on screen. We're mid-burn here. I thought you might be, but I'm glad you were only joking about that. Alright. Doing well here. Let's speed this up a little. I sure do, Kaylee. I have 2 empty frames just waiting for cats to be put in them. I have extra fridge space waiting for some magnets. I have stickerable surfaces waiting to be stickered. Shipwreck says, I guess I'll tinker with the voice mod while I listen to you. No worries. You should install that data pack too, so that we can break our post boxes and actually get the post box back. That's a hilarious omission on that mod. I don't think that's even a Vault Hunters issue. I don't think Iscal's team made that mistake. I think that's from the Crayfish Furniture mod itself that it is missing. It's in the loot table that if you break your post box, it drops a post box. However, it is not listed as mineable with any tool, so any tool you mine it with just loses it. Okay, and with that little flourish, burn is done, and we have an encounter with Laythe. Now let's look at the Planet Wiki here. And we can get this out of the way. We don't need the landing info currently. We'll probably pull that up again later. Let's close that too. So, Planet Wiki, we want Laythe. Atmospheric height is 50 kilometers. So that is where we would start entering the atmosphere, is at 50 kilometers. That's what I want to know. Excuse me. There we go. You didn't check it for viruses, though? Oh, you can trust me, Shipwreck. You installed the Alex's mobs config without reading it. Kid says, well, I want to be independently wealthy from a merch empire, but we don't always get what we want. Well, I do, because I demand it very loudly. Okay, so we're going to arrive at Laythe in 33 days. So let's set a manual alarm for this. And which one is this? Linked to vessel. Come on, Jewel Exploration Probe 3, and this is going to be Jewel Probe 3, Laythe, arrival, and we want to check in with this thing in 33 days. Add that alarm. All right, and now we are an hour and 20 minutes away from arriving at Moho. Well, this has a 1 hour lead time, so we're 2 hours away, but that is fine. And I didn't link it to the vessel, so we're gonna have to manually switch to it, but that is fine. We can do that. Let's just go Moho. There it is, the mole, the Moho landing expedition. There we go. Let's switch to this target, or this ship. named for Shipwreck, so both Supreme Doom and Shipwreck have vessels named after them now. And look, it kind of looks like a star-nosed mole with these solar panels out here on the nose. Alright, so if we look here at the map, yeah, Moho encounter. Oh, we have 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour lead time. We're going to be there in 5 hours, actually. So let's go ahead and delete this alarm. And let's time warp and get closer. And we have 4.5 kilometers per second of Delta V remaining in the transfer stage. 5.7 total. Part of that is the lander, though. But here's the thing, can we get a landing on Moho and a landing on Laythe in the same stream? On the same actual, well, not on the same day because it's going to be 33 days. It's going to be a month before we actually get to Laythe, but that would be huge if we could do that. Alright, here we are. And let's go ahead and start burning retrograde now because we only have 20 minutes on this course in Laythe's or Moho's sphere of influence. So here we are burning retrograde and slowing down. Let's speed this game up because this is going to take some serious Delta V. Look, we're going 7.7 kilometers per second, and we need to slow that way the heck down. Yeah, this number I think is... No, it's going up. Okay, good. So as long as our time to Moho escape is going up, then we are on track to actually getting a capture orbit. It means we're slowing down fast enough not to escape. So that's a relief. And that is going to go up faster and faster as we go. There's Moho down below us. Is there any science we can do from up here? Let's open the science bay. Log gravity data. Oh, there is. The sensor passes over the terrain of Moho, surveying for variances in the gravitational field. Yep, we're scanning for the gravioles. Alright, transmit data. Done, and now we have 497 science points. That is incredible. Alright, what else have we got in here? We got the seismometer. That doesn't work from up here. Temperature, I think we've already done this one. Yeah, we have done that one, and we've done the atmospheric scan too. It's the gravioli detector that is new on this this ship. Alright, we've shed just about 3 kilometers per second of our velocity. Getting a little bit nervous looking at these numbers here. Yeah, we are coming in fast. Really stinking fast. I'm hoping we can actually get down to the surface. We might not. But just the very fact that we were able to send 75 science home is a win. Alright, we have expended this stage. Time to get rid of it. And yeah, I have my doubts that this thing is going to do anything but crash. If it can even get to the surface. And I don't think it's even going to do that. We might not even get orbit. Moho is tricky. Moho is really tough. It took us so many tries just to get an orbit. We're going to have to take even more Delta V because we have to go very fast to be able to get an orbit, let alone a landing. Yeah, we're definitely not landing this thing. Nope. But we'll hope for a landing on Laythe. That at least has an atmosphere, so we can use parachutes instead of engines for the landing. Still gonna try for an orbit, though. Woohoo! Crash landings a shipwreck. You wish. We don't have the Delta V for even that. I don't think we're even going to get an orbit. Look, we have 300 meters per second remaining. And we're still flying by. So fast. We still have orbital velocity for Kerbal, let alone for Moho. Can we derp use? Well, I mean, you can, but should you? I don't think so. Yeah, we're out of fuel. See, this is a legitimate challenge, is the thing. Don't just do this shipwreck. Wow. Reset the camera. There we go. So yeah, there's the mole. We're gonna fly by. Mega derp says shipwreck. Wow, so rude. Let's go back though to Laythe and see if we can at least get a landing on Laythe. But yeah, switching orbits from the third planet out to the very closest planet to the sun means a huge change in velocity. And that was the most we've ever taken there, and it still wasn't enough. That was pretty intense. All right. I kind of thought we were going to do it, but sadly, no. Okay, let's time warp. We can also delete that alarm since we are back at this ship, so we don't need a reminder to come back to it. Let's take in the view here. See if we can spot any moons from up here. I'm not seeing any yet. I mean, there's Jewel. Okay, there's one of the moons right there. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but it's like 1 pixel. And now it's in shadow. There's another one. In fact, that might be Laythe right there. I think that's Laythe. It's either Laythe or Val. Okay, I think that's Laythe, and I think that's Val right there. Alright, let's go further. Good, we still have an encounter. And yeah, it winks out when it goes into the shade of Jewel. And there it's back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that is Laythe, and I think that is Val. And they're a couple pixels wide now, so you might even be able to see them at this point. Maybe. And Chipper says, so what's for dinner, Dan? I'm not actually sure. Pretty sure my wife has a plan. Shipwreck says, I still want to make enchiladas since the last time you had them. Well, what's stopping you, Shipwreck? And yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see this now. Yeah, even in my tiny little stream preview window, I can see it. So much work. Yeah, but so worth it. Yeah, we're actually going to come up underneath Laythe. We're going to pass beneath Jewel's south pole and arrive from the south. Yep, and there's Val right there. And if this were a more realistic simulation that had things like radiation, this would be also a very good approach because, actually, no, that's Val. That tiny little dark one there, I didn't spot it until now, so that's definitely Laythe. There's Val, and which one is this? Is that Tylo, I want to say, is the third one? Tylo, yes. So we've got Laythe, Val, Tylo, Bop, and Paul. And yeah, there's Laythe, Val, Tylo. And I'm not spotting the other ones. There's Duna way back there. There's Eve. I think that's Kerbal. All right, here we go. So Laythe is going to come back around here, and that's, I think, where we're going to meet it. Okay, this is a cool screenshot. Let's get a screenshot here. Okay. We need to name a planet. If that was a legit redeem and it's something I could do, what would you name this planet, Shipwreck? Alright, here we are. Getting close. Shiptopia. I had to say that very carefully. Shiptopia sounds more like a place on a planet, like the name of a station or a city. Look at this view. Alright, let's go back to real time. We're going to arrive in 10 minutes, and we want to make sure that we can get a capture orbit. So let's see. What would it take for our capture orbit? Whew. A lot. But hopefully still doable. We have 4.8 meters per second, or kilometers per second available to us. Yeah, that's not all actually available to us, though. So here's what we're going to do. Devil's smelted tilted. Wow, fart cloud. Wow, shipwreck. Wow. Let's try this. This is really rough. There we go. That makes more sense. I don't think that's actually what I want. Or is it? Nope. Let's do... Zero that out, zero that out. And let's see, can I change this? Okay, that is working. Let's continue that. Okay, no. All right, that gets us really close. Dangerously close, because we're going very... You ran a vault by yourself, Supreme Doom. You didn't die, but almost. Oh, wait. Some of those were Kaylee. You guys are the same freaking color. Okay, Smelted Delta and Fart Cloud or Kaylee. Wow. Yes, she did eat my burgers. She did eat my burgers. And Satan redeemed Boozinate. This is a compensation for my burgers and a hydrate. You didn't die, but almost. Very good. Tag, as they say. Poggers. Okay, we gotta plan this carefully. So, yeah, let's do that maneuver. Yeah, we can get a little bit of an aero brake here by doing this. Just a little bit. Supreme Doom says, I don't remember eating your burgers. It's like I wasn't there. I mean, convenient. That's so convenient. It's like it was Shipwreck using your account. Wow. Have you planned what you're going to do for a base, Supreme Doom? Okay. Yep, our Apwapses, Periapsis, they're dropping. Okay, that's the number I'm looking at right there. That's the number I'm most interested in. We're also slowing down while we do this. Very important. All right, we're just going to barely skim the surface of the atmosphere. We're going very fast, and I'm worried. I'm worried about burning up in the atmosphere. Shipwreck, you might get a boom here. It's possible. Supreme Doom says, apparently so far I live in an unobtainium cave. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to keep living in that abomination of a cave. Amazing. Feels very unstable. Lol o autocorrect. Okay. Okay, it says, it seems like Shipwreck is a very weird man. I mean, yeah. Alright, here we go. I think this is our first encounter with Laythe. I think we've had one before. Hey, we have an Anna raid. Welcome, Anna. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, Maurice, saying Anna raid. Whoop, whoop. Welcome, Raiders, says Supreme Doom. Can we get a shout out for Anna? You were playing Destiny, of course, right? I believe so. All right, we're going to retract our... Oh, we can't retract these. Ugh, that's problematical. All right, we're going to detach this. And hope I don't regret it. Okay. So I want this to survive at least. Okay. Point retrograde. Good, we do still have control. I was worried about that. Yes, was on Destiny 2, says Anna. Nice. And we had shout-outs, the official Twitch one from Shipwreck, probably. Actually, it's probably Kaylee. Oh, you tried the fancy one, it didn't work? Probably because someone was doing it at the same time, so Supreme Doom did the other one. Thank you, Supreme Doom. Alright, here we are, approaching Laythe at 4.7 kilometers per second. Very fast. In fact, let's start slowing down now. So I want to aero brake, but I don't want to aero brake so hard that we explode. Kaylee did the official one. Aha! Ha ha ha! Twitch reports that I won. That's true. Kaylee, best mod of the day. Even though she got fired by Shipwreck. Yep, it was on cooldown, and you don't see the fans because you're already following, as should all of you. That's absolutely right. So Anna is a friend whom I met via Minecraft, and who currently streams mostly Destiny 2. Always a chill time there. I've caught a few streams, and it's always been fun and interesting. Look at that, we got a couple of moons over there. We got, I think that is Val and Tylo. Yeah, we got Val and Tylo. Nice. All right, and we're just slowing down, hoping that we don't burn up in the atmosphere of Laythe, this moon right here. This is a moon, believe it or not. It looks very similar to Kerbal, but this is the only inhabitable moon in the system. It has the same gravity, I believe, as Kerbal. It's got mostly water, oceans, and a few little island continents. Spoon just says, funny you catch a few streams of mini people. I'm happy for them. I know. I always have a little bit of, whenever I follow someone new, it's because I want to be in all their streams, and then I'm always like, but I'm not going to be able to, and also catch everyone else. I need about 86 hours in a day, and not to have to sleep, and for everyone not to stream at the same time. It's stream him giving a GG to Kaylee Obsidia. Nice. For the Twitch reporting that Kaylee won. Alright, we've slowed down to 3.7 kilometers per second. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about that. So we can go ahead and dip a little bit more into the atmosphere here. We only have 1 kilometer per second delta V remaining, so we want to make sure that we do get into the atmosphere, because litho braking, that's not what we want. We don't want the litho brake. That means hitting rocks. We want to aero brake. That means hitting the atmosphere. We just don't want to aero brake so hard that we explode. Okay, says, and for there to be time to do other life. I know, right? But who needs that other life? It's all about Twitch and watching people play video games. Stream room says 86, and yet I only stream 3 or 4 hours. You would still have 80 hours down. Yeah, but like for today example, it was right as I was getting home from orchestra and doing family stuff. And then there's an acquaintance of mine, Fenagon, who always streams on Saturday mornings, and I see the Go Live announcement in the First Craft Discord, and it's always right when I get to orchestra practice, pretty much. Or it's actually right as I'm getting up to go leave for that. So I'm like, well, but no, I want to watch that. My life is hard. Okay. This is telling us we're going to have a Laythe escape. We're also going to... Okay, that is good. See that little red X right there? That is saying that we are actually going to splash down. We are not going to have the luxury of choosing our landing spot, unfortunately. But that is all right. As long as we do get a landing, splashdown. And actually, we might be able to do some choosing. How about right there? I think we will land on actual soil. If we do that. I do want to slow down a little bit more, though. Yeah, that's going to change our prediction. How about right about there? And we may or may not land on the shore. We have 189 meters per second remaining. I see how this family comes before me, so Supreme, you know it. And Anna says, I got to raid and run, though. Got to be up in a few hours. No worries. Get some good sleep, Anna. And I'm glad you are here. Glad to see you. Glad your stream went well. And yeah, we'll see you another time. You have a good evening. Okay. All right, let's speed up the game. Let's get in close. Also, I think we can do some science from out here. Let's do... Oh, we can't, because that science experiment is on the other ship. But let's see. Let's not extend this antenna, because it will get ripped off in the atmosphere. I don't know that we have solar panels either, so how are our resources? Electric charge is doing okay. That's good. All right. Okay, and Katie says she sent me an updated line art work in progress in Discord. Let's take a look at it. Well, I'm going to take a look at it. You guys don't get to. Oh, my phone's about to die. Rip. That definitely has better balance. It's at the expense of details on the cat, of course, but I like it. I really do like those lines. I'm not making that up, Kaylee. I like those lines a lot. And have you sent that one to the First Craft Discord? Because you totally should. Let's get this screenshot. That's epic. Imagine seeing that in the sky instead of our puny moon, right? Need more lines for the dragon. Will take a while to get new balance. Yes, but my opinion is that it is worth pursuing. All right, and I'm pretty sure we're just not going to land anywhere near where it is predicting, but you know, that's fine. Okay, so the stock game is predicting this path for me right here. But the trajectories mod is actually taking into account the atmospheric drag and saying that we will get this path here, where we will be slowed down, escape the atmosphere, but not orbit, and then come back around like this. So hopefully we can choose our path after skipping out of the atmosphere. Once the dragon is done, says Kaylee, I think this will be a keeper. I think so too, and that's why I'm encouraging, because I like it. That is pretty cool too. That is... Look at that. If nothing else, I'm glad we made it to here. This is great. Okay, so... Pretty sure... Yeah, we have batteries. But the lander, I don't think has solar panels. That is a little bit of an oversight. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into hibernation mode and save our batteries. So let's pin the probe core there and hibernate. Kaylee says, the stuff I was doing on the dragon made it look like the dragon had weird piercings before. Nice. Nothing like a dragon with weird piercings. Alright, let's time warp. Look at this. I should visit Laythe more often. It's a beautiful destination. Look at this. Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying the view. We're going real fast though. I'm predicting a boom. I'm hoping that we can ablate our transfer stage. Like, let this go boom. And save the rest of this. We do have a heat shield, but yeah, if nothing else, we're at least here. Did you know, says Kaylee, the poison control face is called Mr. Yuck. I did know that, actually. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a boom. Okay, we're slowing down, but not fast enough. There it goes. But hey, we have this nice view. We boomed right here. We got here. We got farther than we've ever been. And there's a shout out for Kit, who has returned. Oh, someone says that's a derp. It's Shipwreck who says that's a derp. Oh man, I need to go get a screenshot out of the VOD of that because that looked awesome. Out in Jewel, you know it. Okay, let's go to the tracking station. You boom, you derp. Not all booms are derps, Shipwreck. but I'm not going to argue with my moderators. They're always right. Yeah, if you're not following Kit, definitely follow Kit. Kit has been very busy lately, too busy for streaming, but when Kit does stream, it's a good time. So let's see. Let's go out to Jewel and let's see what our satellite is doing. Okay. Satan redeemed Boozinate. All right, this is the last Boozinate of the stream, so it's going to be an Uber Booze. Let's finish this off. Delicious. Thank you, Satan. And let's see if we can at least get a little bit of scientific data. Let's point retrograde. Let's see if we can get an orbit. We do have a lot of delta V on this thing, but we're going very fast. Hey, we got all 3 cats for Supreme Doom. Nice, lucky. That's 2 triple cats this stream. Let's run the magnetometer report. $217 science, nice. We've measured the interaction between the solar wind and the magnetic field of this body as it deflects charged particles. Beautiful. It's a 3-fer, you know it. Okay. And that is the only scientific instrument we have on this part. The rest were all on that lander that went boom, sadly. But that is all right. Yeah, we're going to escape in 6 minutes. But we're changing our velocity pretty quickly, so we might be all right. So I'm going to see if we can get orbit around here. I need to head out. This has been a great stream. We didn't land on either of our targets, but we got to both of our targets. So that's something. Plus, we have 714 science. So I think next stream we'll hit our 1000 science and unlock our next point, our next scientific research. So this has been actually a very productive stream. I like it. We don't need that. So let's go ahead and pause that. And Pro Kitman redeemed hydrate. Let's hydrate. And you got a 2-fer shipwreck. Not as good as a 3-fer, but there's Arya and Shadow. Thank you, Kit. All right. Let's see who is online that we can raid. Boom, boom. I'm going to go to my phone and get a more complete list than I get from OBS. I wish I could get a whole list of everyone I'm following from OBS. Let's see. We got, speaking of Vault Hunters, the Black-Clad Wanderer is playing Vault Hunters right now. Let's raid them. That will be fun. So, yep, we're going to raid the Black-Clad Wanderer. Scammed, says Shipwreck. Why did I get? Because you did get a cat. Let's see. It is the Black-Clad Wanderer. There they are. And this time, Kit got Shadow and Crickshanks. Raid Kit. Well, Kit's not streaming right now. I would raid Kit if Kit were streaming right now. Kit, are you streaming right now? All right, we're going to raid the Black-Clad Wanderer. And let's see, today is Saturday, so I'll be back on Monday with some Minecraft. It'll probably be Vault Hunters. I'm kind of thinking, with there being more activity on Vault Hunters and having so much time with it, I might do the first craft work for now on my own time and then show a progress update at the end, either on stream, on YouTube, or both. But yeah, so it'll probably be Vault Hunters, and then Wednesday we'll do something. We might do more Kerbal Space Program. Might do an evening Kerbal Space Program stream. Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, here is the raid message right there. If you're subscribed, copy the whole thing. Otherwise, just copy what's between where it says Dan Bear 4 Totem. I don't think I am, Siskit. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday. We haven't had confirmation yet, but we might have a stream from Princess Me tomorrow. We'll see. It's not set in stone, but yeah, watch me on Twitter for that. All right, goodbye.